And so she, out of a sick nature, or a nature that's not controlled by a well mind. I know, man, look, I'm all into your nitty-gritty now. And if that kind of man just offers you, says a word to you, you immediately, you can't resist. Because once you believe he's paid those kind of dues, then you wish. Your nature makes you respond to want to comfort such person, console such person. And that's why all these great ones get in trouble. All the stars are brought down through this. All the great ones are destroyed by this. Now look, I'm not telling you that we shouldn't be passionate. What I'm telling you is passion has its place. God makes us all passionate. But when you're not around your mate, you ain't got no reason. Cool that thing out. I'm going to close now. I know this is kind of rough. I know it's kind of rough. But you know, when you live these kind of things, we should learn. And if you learn, you pass on. Now I'm going to go through this whole board and just deal with these forces. God, devil, opposite. Do we have an urge for sex and sexual expression, sexual activity? We do. Parents, it's rough in this world when we don't make enough money. Daddy got to work, mama got to work. So the children at this age now, where they're going through these heavy changes, and teenagers go through heavy changes. And maybe you done passed out of it so long you don't remember. But teenagers go through hell because they're in between two changes. They're not children and they're not adults. They're in between, and there's a pull sometimes to go back to the child, to go forward, to be more adult. And then worse than that, they're in between the change of two worlds. The world of the white man and the world of evil is on its way out, and a world of righteousness is on its way in. Now, children at that critical stage, you know, talk don't get it. Them children need parental care. I mean, as a mother and a father, we got to be with ours. This is a mistake that I made. That's why preachers' children are sometimes the worst that they are. I'm not saying that mine is bad, but preachers' children ain't sometimes worth a damn. But you don't know why. You don't know why. The preacher himself makes them no damn good. How did the preacher do that? Because the preacher preaches so damn much about a righteousness, and he neglects his children, and he drives them away from the very thing he's supposed to be calling them to. You can't be all for God and not for your children. We can't be all for God and not our wives. We can't be all for God and don't have a home life. You drive your children away because your children say, well, damn it, if you love this God and this Jesus and I can't get none of your time, well, F you and God and Jesus, I'm going to do my thing. Now that may sound wrong, but that's what they're saying in their actions. Yeah, Farrakhan, why are you so mean? Because I realize the mistakes I have made in my life. And what good is it for you to make mistakes and not learn from them and then help others to profit from the mistakes that you made as you mess up your life and the lives of others? You must not look up at me and think that because I teach this wisdom, I paid a hell of a price to get what I'm passing on to you. I've killed many to learn to give life. So that maybe you young ones who aspire to the ministry can get some damn sense in your head and be a better minister and a better man than I was a minister and a man. And I'm a young man yet. But I think it's wrong for these so-called preachers to act as though they never did nothing wrong, so to make the people have some false image of them. Children need us at a certain age. When they're going through this puberty thing, they need their parents. You got to help them through this. When that urge come up, you got to be there to help your children to understand they're not sick, they're not evil, they're not wicked. You just have to guide them and say, baby, this is sacred. And this should never be except when the right one comes along, and you're too young right now to accept that kind of responsibility. Mommy, can I, Johnny wants to come over tonight and see me. No, Johnny don't want to come in my house. Shit. There'll be no Johnny in here. That's right. What the hell can Johnny do? Johnny ready for responsibility? Johnny ready for this? Johnny ready for this? But Johnny ain't ready for that. Keep Johnny's behind out of your house. And keep Johnny where Johnny belongs. Growing up with his daddy, let his daddy teach him something. Not the use of condoms, but to develop his will to overcome and master the urge until he's powerful enough to control himself. Let me tell you, brother, when a man got that kind of control, some women hate it. I've had women cuss me. I was a young boy. I wasn't even Muslim at that time. I'm in show business. On the stage, white woman come to me. She was going to make me a costume of $20 bills. And all I had to do was be with her. I said, no, thank you. I make enough. She looked at me and said, you must be a faggot. She trying to play on my ego. I was a little boy. I looked at her and said, one thing, I know what I am, but you'll never find out. And I walked away from that woman. Let me tell you, that's right, a man of principle. Yes, yes. And that's why I'm loved by women all over America and all over the world. I'm loved by them because they know I ain't in no bed with none of them. That's right. Ain't that sweet? And let me tell you something, brother. If you really want respect and honor, don't fool with women. If you really want to grow to be a